Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are
Uh,
things?
Good to see you, Kapodi. How are you today?
Thank you very much. All right. Uh, all right. If everybody is happy, we can start now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a few things to tell you today as well.
Mm.
If you concentrate on this sutra quite deeply, what you can realize is Buddha said there are four negative forces sitting in our system all the time.
Yeah.
They are called bhuta,
Yeah.
and they are hurting us. In fact, they are hurting our physical
System.
system first, the body.
Ah. Yeah.
Body
It's good.
particles are badly hurt by
Yeah.
compression, squeezing, warming up, and vibration.
Yes.
That is what you have to realize here,
Yeah.
right at the beginning.
Yes.
Then Buddha says that has to be eradicated or terminated without terminating or escaping from such disturbances. It is very hard to grasp the meaning of Chaturarya Satya or Chatusatya or Four Noble Truths. That we have to realize. If you
Mm.
want to figure out, understand, comprehend Four Noble Truths, those four negative elements have to be controlled quite well. That is one point given here in this sutra.
Yes.
Number two is you have to prepare yourself to get into the 8 stages to become an arahant.
Yeah.
That is another thing that you have to start with or commence with. So the first state or the level that you are going to, yeah, that's right. Thank you. So that those are the 8 stages that a person should establish in the system, allowing the negative forces to go away or escape from the system. So you have to do everything to get rid of all negative energies. So this particular part says Sotapanna Magga. I said that earlier. You have to hear through your own system about this method or the methodology or the doctrine or whatever term you call or use. All those things should come through your ears, hear by the person, him or herself. That's another point. So number one is get rid of the four negative energies as much as you can to, to understand the Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths are very important to go along this particular path. In essence, Four Noble Truths says, Buddha explains this is what is called the suffering. This is what what is known as suffering. So suffering is explained in Four Noble Truth as the first part. Then this is how the suffering escalate or increase. So first thing is this is suffering. This is how it escalate or increase. Then the third part says this is how you eradicate or bring down the suffering. Then the fourth part says once you bring down the suffering, these are the benefits that you get. The Four Noble Truth explains four items. First one is suffering, how the suffering escalate or increases. Number three is how you can eradicate or terminate or invalidate, the suffering. The fourth one is what benefits you are going to get. So those are the four noble truths. You may have read in a different manner, but
Mhm.
the explanation is, or the Buddha's teaching is, we can see how Buddha has put those four in that particular order. All right.
Yeah.
So what is dukkha? How the dukkha increases? How to
Mm.
get rid of dukkha? And once you get rid of dukkha, what you are
Oh,
going to get?
yes.
So that's so important. We'll discuss that later. Anyway, I just said what they are. Okay. So
Mhm.
we have learned to a certain extent what dukkha is because we learned the five aggregates of a thought.
Yes.
Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana. We have we discussed earlier in our first book. Anyway, so that is something to recall. So if you go to number 6, that is the starting point. I said 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is 6 verses are focused on, are focused on how to develop the qualities to become a Sangha gradually.
How to develop the qualities
Qualities of a Sangha, to
of
develop the
Sangha
qualities of a Sangha gradually,
gradually,
progressively, yeah, gradually, little by little.
little by little. Yes.
So you can't develop the qualities of a Sangha straight away. It has to develop little by little. The reason is we are not used to that way of living.
Mm. Yes.
We are still with karma. We are still have got that karma within our system to a certain extent.
Mm.
There is a battle going in our system. That battle is karma and no karma. So when we do something, it says grab the karma. It also says don't grab the karma. So it's called impartiality and partiality,
Yeah.
attachment and non-attachment. So when we
Mm.
try to do something, the system says either to do it or not to do it. It says, because once we learn these things, it says be careful when you are dealing with such and such. Not a normal person. Normal person who has not studied these things, straight away get into that, whatever it says, take it to take, no matter what the consequences are. Later only they realize that is a bad selection. Anyway, so once we have learned these things, we should be able to select the things very carefully. and also to deal with the things with little bit of karma, not too much, very slightly, like our shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so karma should be like our shadows. That we have to bring that to that level, like a shadow. So it has no strong ability
Attachment.
to hurt you,
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
potential to hurt you, because your
No.
karma is very, very low.
Shadow.
Yeah, very, very low. You're shallow. Yeah, that's right. Very low. So you have to bring that to that level as much as you can.
Okay.
Anyway, now number 6 says this person is going to get prepared to go along this path. 8 levels are there. Final one is Arahant.
Mm.
So the first one is hearing all these things. Then the hearing is finishes. Then
Mm-hmm.
preparing for go along this path towards equanimity or serenity and tranquility to
Mm.
become an arahant. So that's
Oh,
enormous
yeah.
amount of things to be gathered. So this to to do that, to become arahant, this person has to become a total sangha.
Total Sangha.
Yeah, that's why number 7, 8, 9, 10, all these things are explaining how to become a sangha. Why? Because that person has decided to go along this path, as explained in number 6, towards arahantship. Arahantship, supreme and noble arahantship, or incomparable blessed human, manussanam. So to become a manussanam, arahant is explained as manussanam by the Buddha, which is highlighted in my next part on this page. As you can see, the bolded letters, supreme and noble arahantship, and incomparable blessed human, or manussanam within that. Can you follow that? Can you see that? Excuse me, we lost. Something has lost, I think. Yeah, that's right. Supreme and noble arahantship. So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
Yeah.
now. Sorry.
Yeah. Now you can hear. Yeah, so it's underneath where you are highlighted, just 2 lines below, supreme and noble arahantship.
Yeah.
Yeah, supreme
So
and noble arahantship.
this one?
No, 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 down, 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 down.
No. Mm.
No, not that one.
Supreme and
That's right,
noble.
that's right, that's right, that's right.
Oh,
Oh, incomparable blessed human, manusana. Yeah, that's what I was explaining.
man.
So that is what this person is leading for. So that is going to be the final destination of this person, Arahant.
Mm.
So that's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Now we go to number 7.
Number
7
7.
says, this person is going to involve in a skill development program. Ye suppayutta manasa dallena. So it's a new skill to be developed, as you can imagine.
Mm.
The newcomer to this system, to follow what Buddha said. Now, I have to tell you something here. The part I want to tell you here is number 7. I'm going to give more and more flavor into this. We say we take the refuge of Buddha.
Mm.
Yeah, we say that. What that means, refuge of Buddha, what that really means. I'm going to adhere or to follow truthfully the Buddha's teachings, which consist of the examples, instructions, as I said, try mode of dispensation, instructions, you have to take refuge of the Buddha. That what that really means. It is not just worshipping and chanting and this and that. It's not. I'm not going to go against chanting, but you can chant, do the chanting. But there is more to that. That is
Yeah, more than that.
more than that. Yeah, more to that. Yeah, that is I'm going to stick to the Buddha's advices, instructions, and examples given by the Buddha at various situations. So I'm going to go along very strongly with those things, and I'm going to be with the path that Buddha has
Mm.
gone through. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
it means. So
Yes.
that's why it's Esupayutta Manasa Dallena, that particular skill development has to be done so that
Mm.
the burning sensations which were there is going to destroy or move away from the system. Nikkamano. The Nikkamano is going away. Gautama Sasanani, the second line says exactly what I said. Become a refuge of the Buddha, uh, but that is what I said to you, because you are following the Buddha's instructions and the
Mm.
advices and the examples given. And the way of Buddha followed this system, because Buddha followed the system and Buddha gave
Mm.
that. Buddha elaborated the system for us to understand easily.
Mm.
So Buddha followed a system which was there in the nature. Buddha found that. Buddha never invented anything. Buddha found the things which were there. And Buddha said, I went through this path and I achieved this. So I'm going to explain what I have achieved, the difficulties that I have encountered in this particular process or the path when I am moving along. So, what difficulties I had, how I achieved the final goal. All right. So, all those things are explained here little by little.
Yeah.
You understand. Tepatti patta amatang vidaya. So that means that is going to be the policy of this person. Then that person is going to calm down the system in that manner. Being with the Buddha's teachings, being with
Mm.
the Buddha's method. So being with the Buddha's method, Buddha said, I can't take you to the destination, but you have to go along this path to reach the destination by yourself. That is what Buddha said. Buddha can't take us to that destination or the final goal. All right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Number 8. We'll go to number 8. So here, Buddha is telling how to eradicate those bhuta gradually. It says Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo. Pataving sitosya chatubbi vateya asampakampyo. That means no vibration whatsoever if you go along this path properly. Now, mind you, this person has not reached everything, cleared the or purified the system, but it is gradually going towards that. So every step is explained here in these verses. Every step is explained. You go from that 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and so on. So how you go along this particular path, this is the way. So Buddha explains, you eradicate that, concentrate on this to get rid of this, then go to the next item. Next item is Arya Satya, then you can go close to Arya Satya. Now see, a person has to eradicate the dhatu or the bhuta to understand Arya Satya,
Yes.
eligibility to become a person who is with Arya Satya. So that eligibility comes after taking out or removing the bhuta little by little. It depends on the power that this person has built up to this point. So that strength or the potential depends on how much this person has practiced above this number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to that point, but how much this person has achieved in practice. That practice depends on uh, that practice is required to understand what number 8 says. So that practice is strong, then easy to understand number 8. If that practice is not strong enough, then you have to go forward and backwards. You have to go back and start again and again and again. So that also kept in mind. So you can't get into this straight away, but you have to practice gradually. If your strength is not enough, you have to go back and start from number 3, 4, 5, come to 8. Can you
Hmm.
understand that? Yeah, you have to go
Yes.
backwards and forwards.
Backward and forward. Yes, yes.
Because the person, him or herself, can judge the strength that person has. So no any other person can tell whether I'm strong enough to go along this path or not from number 8 onwards. So I have to judge my strength. That is called the self-assessment. All right. So then so this person is eligible to follow Arya Satya. Arya Satya means it is truthful, truthfully. Satya means truthful. It is a truth. There is no any other truth other than this. Guaranteed, it is guaranteed that you can get rid of the suffering. Arya Satya. 100% guaranteed you can get rid of your suffering through this particular method. Arya Satya means that. Aveccha Passati means getting closer to Arya Satya. There is no ambiguities, no doubts. It is a truth, and it is one and only truth in the world that you can eradicate your suffering. How do you know that? You put it in your system and see whether it works or not. That is the request made by the Buddha. So to do that, now number 9, if you go to number 9, number 9 says that ye Arya Satchani Vibhayanti, that Arya Satchani, that particular method is assessed by Yeah, eradicate your suffering or remove your suffering or terminate your suffering. So Arya Satchani means that particular method given by the Buddha has to be examined. How far, to what extent, until you or that person is satisfied with that particular assessment or the understanding or the examination. Until that person understands the truth, that person has to examine, evaluate, you name, research it through your system or that person's system. So some sort of a skill development again. Then Gambhira Panyena Sudesitani, then the noble intellectuality is going to build up within the system.
Mm.
Why you need the noble intellectuality? Buddha is telling, while you are practicing this, you are becoming calm as well as you are developing your noble intellectuality in every stage, which we can see later on. Buddha highlights that later. Okay. So kinchapite honti musappamatta. So that person is going to that person is going to be benefited by nate bhavangatti. The benefit is I can feel my system is not changing the way it change in the past. When I see something, I get excited. My things are, vibrating. If I get annoyed in some situation, it's nothing happening. Little by little, you can see the difference between then and now of the system. So that assessment shows that person is progressing along this path. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 10. Number 10. So after doing that, number 10 says, Savassa dassana sampadaya. Tayassu dhamma jaita bhavantu. Dhamma is a word given there. So that person realizes, I am I'm collecting the right things. My system is, selecting the right dhamma. Dhamma means the containments in the system to bring the speed down to the calm level. So that person can realize the, what you call the wholesome dhamma. Wholesome things are getting stored in the system little by little. Hayassu
Mm.
dhamma jaita bhavanti. So I'm not changing when I collect those things and store those things in my system. What are they? 7 factors of enlightenment. Sapta Bojjanga Dhamma is coming into the system. So when that comes in, what is happening next? Sakkaya Ditti Vichikicchi Tancha Silabba Tanvapi Yadaddi Kinchi. So what is happening there? So the 10 fetters are moving away from the system. I'm bringing the right Dhamma into my system, then to make the system calm or to maintain the impartiality speed of upekha, then all the impurities have to move away. What are the impurities? Sakkaya Ditti Vichikiccha Silabbata Paramasa Kamaraga Patika Ruparaga. All those items are moving away from the system. They are not working anymore. All right?
Yeah.
We discussed that here. So it's here earlier in number 8 or 9, Buddha said that person is gradually taking out the 4 negative energies. Then to make sure those things will never come again, to make sure here this person is eradicating all the other impurities like 10 fetters, 5 hindrances, and the dependent origination, factors of dependent origination. So number 10 says clearing those things so that again it's supposed to or supporting feature here to do what? To prevent the 4 negative energies coming into the system. So once this is taken out, those 4 energies cannot enter the system. So there
Yeah.
is no place for them now, because there is no another set of things working as a supporting agents. No supporting agents to support the 4 negative energies.
Hmm.
These are the elements who are supporting the negative energies. That is 10 fetters and the sakka, the dependent origination.
Yes.
They are no more. So no supporting uh, agents or no supporters. So can't survive without the supporters, the 4 energies. So they have to leave. That is what Buddha says here, number 10. Number 11.
Number 11.
Then what happens is, now this is an interesting thing. Number 11 says this person is the actions and the talking and the thinking all are happening very peacefully. No harsh words coming from the system. No cruel actions are taking place in the system whatsoever. No bad thoughts are coming into the mind. So first 2 lines says that kinchapi so kammang karoti papakam. No bad actions are taking place. Kayena vacha, that is no harsh words are coming from the mouth. No hurtful thoughts are produced from the system. Make sense?
Yeah.
So first 2 lines says that. Why? As we can imagine, the fetters gone, the 10 unwholesome actions are not working within the system, the 5 hindrances are gone away, they have no place for them. Kamachanda, Vyapada, Tina Middha, Uddhacha, Kukucha, Vichikicha, no place for them. Then, therefore, there is no development of 10 fetters. When the 10 fetters are not developing, there is no chance for the dependent origination to act or activate. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this person can peacefully do day-to-day things calmly by using what has been achieved up to this point.
Yeah.
So all the actions are peaceful, all the talking are peaceful, all the thinkings are peaceful. In other words, very simple. Ababbo so tassa patichadaya. Patichadaya means depending origination is gone. Paticca. Now see, there's a term called paticca, this after this, Avijja, we have learned that paticca means avidya paccaya, sankara paccaya, vijnana paccaya, pacca. Paticca. Paticca is that. Paticca is paccaya. Paccaya means this after this is happening. Such process is not in the system. Guaranteed. Above so tassa, that person has eradicated the dependent origination. That is what it says, confirmed. All right, makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to number 11. Kinchapi so kammang karoti papakang kayena vacha uddakecha sava ababbo so tassa patichadaya. So it's not hurting the system. All the bad things are eradicated. Ababbata ditta padassa utta. So therefore, unnecessary things are not sitting in the system. Ababbo means unnecessary things. Unwanted things are not there. What are the unwanted things? Whatever things are hurting the system have left.
Mm.
Ababbo so. Okay, so whatever the things are hurting are gone.
Yes.
So changes, whatever the things are making changes have gone.
Mm.
Okay, does not behave in the way allowing one system to undergo changes. So that means it's gone. So unwanted
Yeah.
gone. That's in other words, same meaning in a different
Mm.
way. Yeah. Does not behave in the same manner. That means they are gone.
No.
That's the reason. Make
Yeah.
sense? Yeah, clear.
Yes. Yes.
So you can put it the way that you wish, but doesn't matter as long as you get the meaning right. Okay?
Yeah.
Babbojit padasa mutta idampi sange ratanam panitam. Right. Number 12. Right. Now,
Number 12.
yeah, 12 is now the sangha qualities finishes there. Number 11 finishes the sangha qualities of sangha.
Yeah.
Now the question is why Buddha said in number 12 the Buddhe idampi buddhang ratanam panita. Idampi buddhang ratanam panita. Now we have to analyze that. Why Buddha said this instead of Sangha again? That's a good point to ask. Good question to ask, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, this person has done the homework very well. Now, that person is at that stage by eradicating all the unnecessary things. Now, the system works freely.
Yeah.
Freely and smoothly as well as calmly. Those are the three words.
Mm.
Freely, smoothly, and calmly. When it comes to number 11, the system is so calm, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, this person, now see, again, Buddha says in number 12, the system, talking about the system
Mm.
is now sitting with the right Dhamma, Tatupamang Dhamma Varang Adesai. Now see third line. First two
The
lines
one.
given the example. First two lines giving the example. The flowers, flourishing in the jungle doesn't happen automatically and all those things, right? The first two lines, as we discussed yesterday, the
Mm.
flowers won't come up in their own, but you need to have right climate, right atmosphere, the fertilizers, this that. Okay,
Yes.
that's the first two. That's an example. But the real part comes in the third line, please.
Mm.
Tatupamang Dhamma Varang Abesai. So Buddha says, like that flower, blossoming of that flower, this Sangha is blossoming with,
Yeah.
with noble
That's
intellectuality. That is, wonderful way to present the the level of that Sangha now. Unbelievable. So it's like, blossoming a flower, it gives the happiness to everybody. So this Sangha is giving the happiness to everybody in that manner.
Yes.
Atupamang Dhamma Varang Adesai. That means Adesai means it is this Sangha is replacing the system with, it's called, real term is replacing.
Mm.
Replacing with Adesai means, replacing with calmness. After removing everything, which is replacing with calmness with the right Dhamma. That is 7 factors of enlightenment or 37 factors of enlightenment. In this sense, yeah.
这边37道品。
37 or 7, the under 37, you get this 7. So that 7 is the core, that is the domination part of that 37, that 7 factors.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why highlighted as 7 factors of enlightenment. So we will
Yeah.
come to that, those things later. So tatupamang, so tatupamang is the what is really required to keep the system calm. It has got a long meaning. Tatupamang.
Mm.
Dhamma
Mm.
vara. Dhamma means the things to be contained in the system.
Mm.
If I say tatupamang again, tatupamang means the things to contain the system in a peaceful manner. The things required to keep the system in a peaceful manner, what is required to contain is Dhammang. Tatupamang Dhamma. Vade Adesai means it's replacing the system with such and such, rather than keeping the unnecessary, hurtful, all those, defilements. That's the term. Bad defilements are
Balance.
gone. All the
Mm.
defilements are gone. Now the right things have come into the system. That's
Yes.
the way it has to be put. Okay, to
Yeah.
understand. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Nibbana Gami Paramang Hitaya. So now the intention is clear. Nibbana Gami. That means becoming a person with bliss of Nibbana. Nibbana Gami. So it's Nibbana Gami means my intention is nothing but becoming achieving the bliss of Nibbana. Nibbana Gami Paramang Hitaya. That is exactly what is going on in the system, day and night. Buddha has put that one very, very bravely. Unbelievable. So it's gave the example first, blossoming of flowers, which makes the entire world happy. That's, that's the example given. And this person's intention also to make the entire world happy with calmness. Can you understand that? All right. I hope you understood that. Number 12. Okay. When you are ready, we'll go to number 13, please. All right. Number 13, please. Yeah. Something Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can do it
Yeah, yeah.
now. Thank you.
I think there is a obstruction from the system.
Oh, which
Yeah.
one?
No, when I talk, no response. So I think you can't hear me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Number 12. Yeah, that's all right. We'll go to number 13, please. Yeah, number 13 now. So you got the idea of number 12. So we'll go to number 13.
Yeah, number
All right.
13. Yeah, here it is.
Varo, Varanyo, Varado, Varaharo, Anuttaro, Dhamma, Valang, Abesai. So that's Idampi Buddhe Ratanang Panita. So if you look at number 12, it says Tatupamang Dhamma Varang Adesa in the previous one, number 12. Number 13 says Anuttaro Dhamma Varang Adesa. Anuttaro is now see, look at that and go to number 12 backwards and look at the third line of that one.
The line. Okay, this
Number
one.
11, number 11, third line. No,
Two.
no, number 12, third line. Sorry. Number 12, third line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
third one.
Tatupamang Dhamma Varang Adesai. Look at the number 13.
Number 13. Okay,
Yeah.
I will open now.
Similar words, but first one is bit different.
Yeah, okay.
Dhamma Varang Adesai. Anuttaro Dhamma Varang Adesai.
Oh, two.
Did you see the difference? The first term
Yeah,
is different, but rest is the same.
yeah. The rest is the same.
Yeah. Anuttaro,
Dhamma
other
Varang.
one is Tatupamang.
Mm.
Tatupamang means what is required to calm down the system is number 12 says what is required to calm down the system is contained now. Now, number 13 says it is confirmed and anuttaro. Nothing else other than that, invaluable Dhamma is sitting there. Number 13 says anuttaro. Anuttaro means the invaluable things are sitting there. So there is nothing to be taken out from them. Can you understand the difference? So
Yeah.
yeah, whatever little bit of residues were there in the previous one, now nothing is there other than the noble things. Very clear. Varang adesai. Varo, varanyo, varado, varais means this person is rewarded with award now. What is the award? The hurtful things have no place for this particular system now. That's the reward.
Yes.
I'll repeat that. That's
Mm.
distinguished, I said, supremely distinguished, anuttaro. So, hurtful things have no place in this particular system now. That is the reward awarded by the system itself because of this good work, all the practices. So, this person has got the reward
Yes.
to live the life with supremely distinguished and disturb-free neutral speed.
Mm.
It's earlier it was going forward, backwards, little by, moving here and there. Number 13 is confirming. So it's
Confirm it.
confirming. That's a confirmation, yes. So
Confirmation.
disturb-free neutral speed, which has now been
Confirmation.
steadily induced in that system, steadily. So
Mm.
it's not vague. It's established properly or sitting there properly. Now, what happens? Number 14, the last one. with all those, qualities that this person has collected within the system or
Mm.
enhanced or developed in the system, is giving finally this particular, uh, I would say, better word. Rather than an award, it's a pleasing situation now, very pleasing situation. What is happening? Nothing is coming from the previous things, that is raga, no repetitive things. Nothing is coming from the previous actions sitting in the mind earlier as, tiny particles or whatever, they are not there. So, Kinang Puranang Navang Natti Sambhavang. So, number 14 is actually telling this particular system has got 9 doors or 2 eyes, nostrils and this, that, the mouth and that, 10 items, 10 doors, 10 sensors. All those sensors are null and void. They don't want anything to do with karma now.
Yeah.
No karma. I don't want karma anymore. So
Mm.
all the 9 sensors or the doors are not open for karma. They are shut down. So this person has got a system where 9 doors are closed for karma.
Mm.
Therefore, 9 doors are not in that, so whatever it was hurting with the karma earlier, all gone now. But so, entirely the system is free from all those, defilements or bad items. Nibbanti dhira yatayam pradipo. Now, full calmness has achieved by this person. Now, where was this person right at the beginning? Now, if you think back, this person was with Bhuta. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
This person was with Bhuta.
Yes, yes.
Now, when it comes to 14, where is this person now? All eradicated, everything gone from the system. System is free from all those defilements, all those vibrations. You can imagine what a situation now. Idampi sange ratanam panitam. So it's become the complete sangha. So all these
Mm.
lines are explaining that. Kinang
Mm.
Puranang Navang Natti Sambhavang. So 9 doors are not allowing the system to change anymore. So all
Mm.
the thoughts are not created by the 6 items, ayatiking or the doors. 9 doors are not allowing to create any. Now this shows, this shows every, number 14. This shows, okay, go to the first line, second, third, like that, I'll explain again. So first line says, Kinang Puranang Navang Natti Sambhava. First line, what first line says? My
Mm.
system is not changing the way it was changing earlier. All right?
Yeah.
You happy with that? The first line. Kinang Puranang Navang. Purana means like those days. My system is not changing by entangling with the outside worldly things. So my
Yeah.
system is not mixing with karma anymore to bring the upadana rupa. That is what it is. The upadana rupa is not coming and changing my calm system anymore. That is first line. Kinang Puranang Navang. Like those days. Those days that has happened. All right? That's the first line.
Yeah.
Second line says, Viratta Chitta. All the thoughts created within the system through upadana rupa have diminished. They have diminished. They have terminated completely. So here Buddha says every thought is bringing suffering to the system, whether good or bad. That tells here in the second line. Viratta
Second
chit.
line.
Yeah, every thought.
Source are gone.
Hmm?
Source. No source anymore.
No thoughts. What is happening?
Oh.
Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, only perception only. Okay,
Uh,
this is what it says, right? If you see
perception only.
if
Only
you see
concept.
something, yeah, if you see something, you say to yourself, yes, I saw something, full stop. You don't
Mm.
say, I want it, I don't want it. But if you are thirsty, if you see a glass of water, you don't say to yourself, you know, I like it or I don't like it, I have to drink it because thirsty. These are different system, different mind. So it needs this. So I have to give the water to this system. So
Mm.
there's no thought there. There's the Rupa Vedanas, only perception is there. Buddha said, don't go beyond perception. Don't go beyond identification. Once you identify something, don't mix that with karma. Then the thoughts are going to be created. Thoughts coming once you mix the perception or the identification with karma. Can you understand that?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, that's good. So we can live in this world without thoughts. So people ask, how can we live without thoughts? Here it is. Don't mix the don't mix the perceptions with karma. When you see something, don't say it's good or don't say it's bad. If you had to eat, just say, yeah, I had to eat. That's all. So you're not going to attach to that. Because this is a requirement of the system. I had to give some food. That's it. I'm just obeying the system. I'm not attaching. If you say I need this food tomorrow also, then there's attachment. Then then is a problem. So that's why Buddha said you go alms, begging for alms, and then whatever they give you, just take it and consume it. Then there is no attachment. Today you are getting a good meal, tomorrow you are getting a bad meal, but your reaction is the same. You don't say, yesterday I got a good meal from that house, I had to go to the same house tomorrow. That's fixing the karma.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
Then the thoughts are coming. So you can live without thoughts. That explains here number 2, second line.
Second line.
The
Yeah.
second
No
line says
thought.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
So second line
Thank
says,
you.
no thoughts are created to, hurt you. Viratta means taken out. Chitta means thoughts. Viratta chitta, made by the senses. Ayata K means senses. Now see, each term has got a meaning. Viratta means taken out. Chitta means thoughts. Ayatana means all 9 doors, all the senses are contributing for that creation of thought. So it's not working anymore. That's called inert senses now. Ayatana. Inert senses. They are not mixing with karma anymore. Bhavasmi means it's not changing my system anymore. That means no uh, 4 negative energies, the compression, squeezing, warming up, and vibration is no more there. That is called
Mm.
bhavasmi. So there is no such thing happening.
Yes.
So each term has got a meaning. So this person has come to that level now. Third line. So you know the first line. So nine doors are closed to grab, So this person is not relying on the outside things to have happiness by opening the 9 doors. No, that's first line. Second line says, thereby this system is not changing with thoughts, no thoughts. Third line says, the previous actions are not activating anymore to harm the system. Third line says. Now see, all those things are eradicated. Finally, what is going to get? The full calmness. The fourth line says, this person is experiencing the full calmness. This
The full
brave
calmness.
person, this noble person is come up to that stage,
Mm.
experiencing the noble bliss of Nibbana.
Mm.
Now, gradually, Buddha brought this person from full of, Bhuta to
Buddha.
100% calmness person
Yes.
gradually. So, first Buddha said, this is the problem. Then Buddha said, this is the solution. Go along this, that, in that manner. So, becoming a noble Sangha, those are the benefits you get. That clear?
Yeah, very clear.
Yeah, that's good. So, probably tomorrow we'll come back and go through this again to finish it off. And the
Mm.
last three are very easy. So
Ah,
last three says, this person has realized the Buddha, that is the noble intellectuality, and the speed, the neutral speed, and the qualities of Sangha help me to get rid of this Buddha. That is what the last three
ah,
verses are explaining. The person has realized how that three things help me. So it's like, endorsing. Endorsing the things help me, that person.
endorsing. Okay.
Endorsing, yeah. Endorse.
Endorse. Yes. Endorse.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Endorsing. Yeah.
Endorsing. Endorsing. Yes, yes.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good. Okay. All the best.
Thank you
And
so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll stop here. And tomorrow, I'll go through the whole thing again. Then we can finish tomorrow the sutra so that you can recall, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
We can.
probably
We
on
can.
Monday we'll talk about the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
Oh, you're right. Yes, we will do.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so
Okay. Thank you
much.
very much. Thanks for hearing and listening. Sorry. All the
All
best.
right.
Take
All
care.
the best. Take
Thank you.
care. Good night.
Thank you.